Throughout this course, I have shown you the time frames, price, and the countdown timer. We're gonna speak about it a little bit in more detail. I'll show them to you again just so that you really learn this stuff. But what is a time frame? A time frame controls how much time each candle or bar represents. It says bar because there are technically different ways to represent price on the chart. But we're always, at least in this course, we're looking at candles. So a 1 minute candle or a 1 minute time frame. A 1 minute time frame equals each candle shows 1 minute of price movement. So if you're looking at the 1 minute time frame, each candle literally represents 1 minute of price movement. The 1 hour, each candle shows 1 hour of price movement, and so on. So the chart stays the same. You're just zooming in and zooming out of the data. And some common time frames, the 1 minute, 5 minute, 15, which is for intraday, fast moves, scalping, and day trading. 1 hour and 4 hour, midterm views. So swing trading and trend spotting, that's what you're using them for. You have to really understand what you're using the time frames for. But as of right now, just focus on the time frame where you're taking an entry. For now, as you learn, eventually we'll learn like using different time frames in your analysis. And then the daily and the weekly, the 1 day, the 1 day, 1 week. This is the big picture, the trend structure, and that's more for investing. So tip, use multiple time frames together to understand the full context. Again, after you understand your time frame, then yes, use multiple time frames together to understand the full context. Now, those type of topics are the topics that I cover. I have covered them on my YouTube channel. Yes, Yo Javi Trades. Go to my YouTube channel. I cover these topics, but definitely on my Discord, we're gonna be like covering the deep stuff, the deep topics. We're talking about those things pretty much every day. We're like in our analysis, we talk about these things. So understanding price on the chart. So the vertical axis, the right side is the price levels. And I showed you that. I don't know if you remember, but I showed you what that looks like. So, and you know what? I'm going to bring it up again, just to make sure that everybody is following, that you are following, that you understand. So this axis right here, this is price. On this side, that's price. The time frames were on top. And remember, I told you to take notes so that you see the ones that I'm looking at. Okay, so yep. So the vertical axis, the right side, that's price levels. So candles show price movement, not just direction, but also volatility and structure. How big a candle is shows how volatile the market is. For example, here in this same chart that we was looking at, look at this candle, how volatile, how much, like how strong that is. You see that? Like you see this ones, they have small bodies. This part is called the body. That rectangle that's filled, that's called the body. The body is small here compared to this. So we had a lot more buyers coming in, or bigger buy orders coming in. So these candles are telling you too the volatility and the structure. The countdown timer, what it means, it just shows you how much time is left before the current candle closes. And it is found near the candle or at the bottom of the screen. Well, that depends on the platform. On this platform, we see it again if we was looking at crypto, which here we do have a countdown timer. Actually, it's right here. You see it right here on the right. So literally in this same price axis, you're going to see the countdown timer right there. Okay, so found near. Okay, yep. So useful for timing. So why do you want to look at the countdown timer? Because you need to time your entries. You need to know when you're going to get in. You have to avoid entries right before a candle closes. That's, it depends on your strategy. But if you don't know anything, you don't want to do it right before it closes, because you might get more like random moves, and staying patient and precise. So definitely, we need that countdown. We need to also for news. You need to know when you see this economic news about to come out. You don't want to trade near that. You need to know how much time you have left. So you don't trade news if you don't want to. If you want to trade news, that's on you. Accept the risk, but just know that if you're trading news, yes, it could be a big opportunity. It could also just go against you crazy. So why these elements matter? Time frame controls your strategy and speed. Price shows what buyers and sellers are doing. Countdown timer helps you trade with better timing. Mastering the basics, smoother and more confident decision making. So yes, you're with the time frame, you're controlling your strategy and speed. Price, you see what the buyers and sellers are doing. And yeah, the countdown timer is for your timing. So you get in at the right time. You could have the right idea. You could think like, okay, buyers are coming in. But if you enter at the wrong time, you might be entering when the sellers come in and you lose. So timing matters. And recap, choose the right time frame for your strategy. Understand how price is displayed. Candles equals information. Use the countdown timer to improve entry timing and avoid fear of missing out, FOMO. These are the tools you'll rely on every single trade, and I'll see you in the next lecture.